So what's going on, guys? Mr. Dalek JD here, back with even more Black Ops 3 Zombies information. This goes off the backbone of the San Diego Comic-Con reveal, where they had a Q&A after the reveal, and there were some questions answered which I haven't seen too many people talk about. They haven't covered every single little question that was answered, and these were all provided by Charlie Intel. These are the guys that tweeted out the questions and the answers that the developers for Treyarch gave, but this can give us a little bit more information into what we're going to be getting with Black Ops 3 Zombies, and I thought, well, since I haven't covered this yet, I'd cover it for you guys so you guys can be updated and fully aware of everything to do with Black Ops 3. So let's jump straight into this. Now, before we jump into the Q&A questions, I want to show you guys these. These are two brand new in-game screenshots from the giant map in Black Ops 3 Zombies. We have this image of Richtof in here, and we have this image of Nikolai. Now, what's epic is that we saw in the trailer when the clock struck to 12 and time froze, it actually started snowing, and it looks like when we actually play the map, it's going to be snowing throughout the map, which I think is pretty damn cool. Now, this also confirms that the MR6 pistol that you saw the characters wielding in the initial cutscene trailer that we've seen is going to be the starting pistol in Zombies, or at least the starting pistol in the Giant. I'm not sure if it's going to be the exact same starting pistol in Shadows of Evil, but these are taken from in-game, which means that this pistol looks like the one you're going to be starting with in-game, which is pretty awesome. So one of the first questions Treyarch got was if they were going to revisit older zombie maps, because they revisited Doris. That means that they could revisit some others at some point, and they said there's no plans to revisit other or older zombie maps. That's not on the plate at the moment. That's their specific words. Now, I'm sure a lot of you already know about this already, but in Black Ops 3 Zombies, you can become a zombie. And when I mean that, as in your actual body, your face, your likeness, could be a future zombie type in a future DLC map. In order to do this, you need to donate money to the Call of Duty endowment, and the more money you pledge, the more awesome prizes you can get for that as well. And they released a trailer for this, and in one of the shots, a lot of you guys have been tweeting about, I mean, this has been spoken about for a long time now, that on one of the walls looks like a drawing of a future ray gun that we could be seeing in Black Ops 3. Now, this thing is designed and looks a lot like a ray gun, almost like a kind of step up, if you will, merging a ray gun with the kind of wave gun color and design from the Moon map. Now, during the Q&A, Jason Blundell says never say never for Mark III guns, and he's saying that's very specific to the ray gun, and this image could be the first signs we have of an early drawing concept for the Mark III ray gun. So that's pretty damn exciting. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is very, very exciting, because you guys watch me for this, and I love this as well. And people asked Treyarch if there was going to be mod support or custom maps for zombies and multiplayer in Black Ops 3. Now, when I went to Treyarch back in April, this is a question that me and Procedures Key asked the developers as well. Back then, they said that they're not ready to talk about that sort of question at the moment, and at the San Diego Comic-Con Q&A they said PC mods and custom maps might discuss later, and the entire crowd cheered and roared at that answer, because since World at War we got given the mod tools to be able to create custom maps, which you've seen on my channel. We have some incredible talented guys out there who know how to use the Radiant program very well and create their own maps, and we haven't seen that return for Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2 Zombies, so it would be awesome if Treyarch could have that in for Black Ops 3, and it sounds like there's more chance of that happening than not. And also, Black Ops 3 has its own dedicated PC team, which is building to make it the best version of the game that you can get by having it run at 4K resolution, and I'm sure with a dedicated PC team, they could also have a dedicated PC team which can also focus on bringing mods to Black Ops 3. Now, even Mark Lamia has said with what they're putting into Zombies in Black Ops 3 is going to make this replayable for years to come, and I'm sure throwing mods into the mix will definitely give this loads and loads of additional lifetime, especially when you look at World at War, as that's a 7-year-old game and there's still modded maps coming out for it even now, and that's a 7-year-old game. The next bit from the Q&A is that the new new Black Ops 3 zombie story is connected to the original story. And we know that much from the Giant, seeing as that takes place before the events of the Reach, so we know that definitely is connected to the original story. Also, that could mean that the Shadows of Evil map is also connected to the original story, and I'm sure we'll find out more about that. I've made tons of videos talking about Shadows of Evil and tons of little different theories, so you can definitely check that out on my channel. The next thing we have is that Mob of the Dead is connected to Shadows of Evil and Black Ops 3 DLC. Now, we know that looking from Shadows of Evil, it has a very distinct likeness to Mob of the Dead. The 4 characters are bad characters, just like Mob of the Dead, and they are in this kind of weird kind of sense where they're being punished for their actions, just like in Mob of the Dead. Now, something I want to point out to you guys is in the trailer for Shadows of Evil, you can see on their hands they have this kind of weird symbol which we've seen before. Now, if you take a look at the pre-order poster for Black Ops 3 Zombies, you can see that the zombie is holding a card which has that symbol on it. And in one of Syndicate's videos looking at the Zombies experience room at San Diego Comic-Con, he sees that symbol and he calls it the Mark of the Beast. So for now, we're going to call that this little symbol here, the Mark of the Beast. Not too sure what exactly the symbol means, but there's definitely something going on here where we have that in the trailer, the initial reveal trailer. We saw that, we see it in the pre-order bonus poster, and now we see this on all of our zombie characters' hands, which is definitely very, very interesting. And to wrap things up, Treyarch said that the progression system in the Zombies, specifically in the Giant and Shadows of Evil, will make every playthrough feel different. Now, Treyarch are being very, very secretive and are shrouding this progression system in mystery. We still don't know much about this, but I'm sure in the next few weeks leading up to the months until Black Ops 3 comes out, they'll start to speak a little bit more on what this progression system can really mean. But all we know is that with this progression system, it's going to make every playthrough feel different. Now, I'm not sure how exactly that's going to affect our playthroughs, as in if you progress, you can unlock the ability to use certain perks or certain weapons will be available. I have no idea. I wouldn't want them to kind of touch too much on the formula that we already have, because I don't want it to overcomplicate it in things like in multiplayer you can unlock, you know, certain guns at specific levels. I don't know if that's the same route they're going to go down in Zombies. I'd hate for them to do that, because that's not traditional Zombies at all. But I'm sure with Treyarch, they know what they're doing, and we'll find out more about that in the next few months leading up to release. But that's all the info I've got today, guys. I thought that those 2 little shots you saw from the Giant in-game were definitely very, very interesting. Let me know if you enjoyed this. Smash that like button if you enjoyed, and your comments down below on what you think of all this, and I'll catch you on another video very, very soon.